Hi all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share a horrific story with you out of Dadeville, Alabama, where police say a good Samaritan who was driving down a rural Alabama road spotted a young 12-year-old girl walking by herself and stopped to see if she needed help. And thank God they did, because she was escaping captivity after being tied to a bed for over a week. According to police, she told them that she was tied to a bed and held captive by her mother's boyfriend in a mobile home where they lived along with her brother. She said he tied her up on July 24th and fed her alcohol to keep her dazed and incapacitated, but she was finally able to chew through her restraints and escape the home. Where was her mother while she was being held captive? Dead in the same mobile home. After the girl was found and police were called, they went back to the place she told them he held her, and when they searched the mobile home, they found her mother and brother dead and dismembered. They said that child was held hostage in that home for a week with her dead mother and brother, but declined to say if she was aware that they were dead at the time of her escape. And she was never reported missing. Her mother's boyfriend, 37-year-old Jose Reyes, was arrested on August 1st of 2022 while working at a construction site in Auburn, approximately 20 miles away. He was charged with first-degree kidnapping and multiple counts of capital murder and the slayings of the girl's 29-year-old mother and brother, who police only said was younger than 14. They say he was charged with kidnapping, not for abducting her, but for holding her against her will. He's being held without bond, and this poor girl, who is now without her mother and brother, is being cared for by the Child Welfare Department. Police are asking for anyone with any information about what happened to this young girl to please come forward and contact them. They say there are a few people who live in the area around the home where she was being held, but apparently nobody knew that anything bad was going on there. They said as of August 4th, nobody has come forward with any information yet. And a second puzzling situation police say they were investigating in New Brunswick, New Jersey, you may have seen online and been wondering about yourself. It was the case of the terrifying surveillance video that was shared all over the internet on August 3rd, which showed a bleeding woman screaming for help as she was being pulled back into the cab of a tractor trailer, then it sped off. Police said the surveillance footage was given to them by a Toyota dealership on Route 130, and people all over shared it out, trying to identify the woman and the truck. A witness said the woman was bleeding from her face, and she was being pulled back into the cab by an older man with a white beard, and they thought they witnessed a terrifying abduction. A 26-hour manhunt ensued, and police said it was due to the public's involvement that they were able to locate the truck, the driver, and the woman. They said the woman was found safe. But, after speaking with her, she claims she was not abducted at all. She claims she was willingly in the truck with the driver, and according to NBCNewYork.com, it was all a big misunderstanding. A law enforcement source close to the case said the pair told them the woman was standing in the back of the truck cab when it was moving and she fell and hit her head. Then the cab jerked to a stop, and that was when the witness saw her, bloodied and yelling for help, trying to exit the truck. Police said the driver told them he pulled her back in to take her to the hospital, and they sped off, which explains why it looked like an abduction was taking place. But police say they corroborated their story through sent text messages and photos, so they didn't suspect any foul play. And apparently the pair had no idea they were the subjects of any investigation. So that's good news. But I'm not done yet. Not until I share a story with you about a very smart family and a very smart 10-year-old girl who prevented her own kidnapping in Arizona. Her story took place in 2018, but it's very good information that still applies today and can help families keep their children safe in these types of scary situations. The girl said she was walking with a friend when a car pulled up next to them, and a man inside told her that her brother had been in a serious accident and that he was sent to pick her up. So, she asked him for the code word. She said he just froze for a couple seconds, then drove away. Very smart. Her family told ABC News that they came up with a code word for their children shortly before the attempted abduction so that their kids would know for sure who was allowed to pick them up and who was not. And that one question may have saved her life. A very good idea for families to adopt. And the article said that when her story aired, police departments all over were encouraging other parents to do the same. One word may save your child from abduction. Unfortunately, the 12-year-old in my first story was not given the option of a code word because she was held captive by someone she already knew and may have trusted. But she was still very brave, chewing through her restraints and escaping the hell she was placed in. I hope she gets the help she will need to get through what happened to her and losing her mother and brother so tragically. It'll be a miracle if that young girl ever learns to trust again. At this point, I think all we can hope is that she didn't discover her mother and brother's bodies before the police did, so she won't have to live with those nightmare images in her head. And I hope she has loving family members who can take her in. She needs all the prayers she can get. Thank you all so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Stay safe out there. If you have kids, keep them safe with code words, and I'll see you on my next video.